The attempted Christmas Day bombing of a Northwest Airlines flight over Detroit has prompted tough scrutiny about airport security here at home and abroad. But as the U.S. continues to struggle to improve airport security, one country stands out with their tough methods: Israel. So, would Israel's profiling and other practices be effective if implemented here? Jonathan Peled, minister, counselor, and spokesman of the Israeli embassy here in Washington, D.C., joins us this morning with more. Thank you very much for coming.
Good morning. Thank you for having me back.
Before we talk about the security issues, obviously we've seen the devastation in Haiti this morning. We've just gotten a glimpse of it with this major earthquake. Can you tell me a little bit about Israel's reaction and response?
Sure. Our heart goes out to the people of Haiti, and we've sent a rescue team over, which includes engineers and doctors, to try and assist in the humanitarian relief. We have experience in mass victim, mass casualty events, so we're obviously going to be assisting as much as we can.
All right, very good. Let's turn to security. It's well known that Israeli security is much different than a lot of countries, and you've been fighting and protecting against terrorism for a long time. You have a long history with that. Give us an overview for those who might be unfamiliar when it comes to airline security and protection for air travelers. Tell us a little bit about what Israel does that's different from what we do here.
First of all, I think a very important basic element is the sharing of information. No country alone can confront terror. Israel has a long experience, as you mentioned, but it could not do this without cooperation with the United States and other friendly countries. Our concept is based more on behavior, on identifying high-risk groups. For example, when you walk into an Israeli airport or when you check in Israel, the first thing you are asked a few questions by a young security officer. Try and determine his destination, who packed his baggages, get an idea. These people are very professional, the security officers, in trying to detect any kind of suspicious behavior. And then when you go through the metal detector, for example, you don't have to take off your shoes or your belt. So this is one method that we use, which we are obviously sharing with the United States and with others.
You don't have to take off your shoes or your belt, and that is why?
Because basically we don't think it's necessary. I mean, we try and focus, our focus, as I said, is more on behavior, more on identifying in advance, gathering of intelligence, as I said, and that's a very important component to share. We're learning from this recent Detroit bomb attempt to draw our lessons as well. And we have to understand that this is a common challenge and a common threat, and therefore we have to share our intelligence information with others.
I want to key in on something you said. The security professionals at the airport are highly trained and very professional. It's not just a haphazard crew of people that have been hired. And when it comes to this behavioral aspect, they ask key questions of everybody, correct?
That's correct. It's, by the way, the same questions are asked by everyone. I mean, I'm asked as you would, as everyone else, and they can detect from the answers that leads them to sort of see
if someone is suspicious.
Somebody's suspicious, the way he answers, the way he reacts, where he's come from, obviously. So it's kind of focusing more on the behavioral aspect, obviously based on a serious intelligence gathering in advance.
Israel also does some profiling. You make no bones about it. Tell me about that profiling, who you profile, and how the Israeli public and travelers coming through Israel have responded to that.
Well, first of all, we have to understand that we have a threat from our closest neighbors. Therefore, and we have a very high determination, high motivation to fight against terrorist threats. Basically, we try and identify those people who may be considered to be of a higher risk without discarding any possibility in anybody. I mean, it could be somebody who unknowingly has been somebody's planted an explosive in his baggage. We've had that before as well. So it's not so much where the person comes from, what he looks like, but it's more his behavior, his response to the questions, and of course a lot of intelligence and information which is gathered in advance and shared with others.
In your view, is this the type of thing that the U.S. and other countries should also be doing? Could the U.S. do that effectively?
I think that it's part and parcel of sort of broad cooperation between countries. I think the American model and the American experience obviously is very important, and we have to draw out of it the lessons we should take. We are obviously sharing our experience, and I think the optimal solution would be something which combines these different techniques.
Do you think current U.S. security methods when it comes to airports are effective?
I think the United States definitely is the leading